Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Too reckless.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too reckless.
Raw. None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb,
Going on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Oi! What's going on? Hope everyone is good. Wait, that time is crazy. It's the wrong time there. But listen, I hope you lot are feeling well, man, and everyone's blessed. We're hearing it. We got to talk. We got to get into it. We got to talk about quite a few things. The manager gave a presser. I thought the presser was really interesting, actually. I thought the presser, you got a bit more from Ruben Amorim, and that's who we're talking about today. You know, what I wanted to do, different to usual, is just I want to ask some questions. I want to ask some questions because while, you know, everyone said, listen, KG, even though you're talking about this guy and stuff, you have to say, look, what he does right, what he does wrong. Like, we have to really look at things. So yes, you're not saying you want a manager out or gone anything, but we can criticize some things he's done right and some things he's done wrong. So I asked the question, the first question is, has Amorim done anything wrong? Now, looking over it, and it's so difficult to break it down because there's so many different levels to this thing, right? In the right and wrongs and stuff. So let me just make sure that I put this out. I post this. They're saying Asna Jabo in the comment section. Hilarious. 1 sec. Let's just do my schedule. There you go. Yep. Turn on the ads, fam. Ads are on. Let me just tell people that we are live. Want to hear from them as well. 1 second. So give me a sec. We are live. Boom. Let's go. Now, yeah, that's everything I need to do done. Perfect. Now let's talk about Amorim and what I think he's done right, what I think he's done wrong and stuff like that. First things first, yeah, I would say at first I wasn't sure about how he was managing the Rashi situation in regards to, you know, I thought he was lowering the value. That's one of the first things that come into my head is the Rashford one, right? I thought he was lowering the I got to start from the right part. I just can't start the story in the middle. Yeah. He said standards. The manager first came and said standards. The Man City game, because it all started on the Man City one. Man City game, he said, look, this is what I want. And 2 players didn't achieve it in terms of Rashford and Garnacho. Rashford and Garnacho had 2 different reactions to it. Rashford, I think, went on social media, well done, boys, for that game. And then Garnacho didn't even post or anything. I'm not saying he's better because of that, but that's exactly what happened. Now, the manager left the door ajar saying, these guys can get back in. And we saw it. It was very clear. There was a pathway for Garnacho that was straight back into the team, straight in. Like, do this, and then you'll get selected. And that's what we saw from Garnacho. He was upset. He said the players are upset, but I got this. And since then, you have seen a Garnacho that got his head down, got involved, and was really serious. Obviously, for the Rashford one, he didn't go that way. But so now the manager now is in a position of, well, what do you do next? Now, when where I was going to criticize him and say, well, look, like, I thought he was lowering the value. No one will come in and get him. But then I think he's done what he's done just to get Rashford out. And I thought the plan was, this is where I kind of look onto Ineos or onto whoever's upstairs to say he got rid of an attacker, which he needed, and he should have been given another one. He should have been given another one on loan or something. That never happened. But then in the presser today, he says, look, it was my decision to get rid of Anthony. I don't know if he's taken the fall, but he said it was my decision to get rid of all these players. Anthony, Malacia, Rashford. It was my decision. I take responsibility for that. I don't know how much of that is coverage for the board upstairs, you know, being the shield. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to put it on him to say that, like, you know, he should have been given another one. He should have been given another one on loan or something. That never happened. But then in the presser today, he says, look, it was my decision to get rid of Anthony. I don't know if he's taken the fall, but he said it was my decision to get rid of all these players. Anthony, Malacia, Rashford. It was my decision. I take responsibility for that. I don't know how much of that is coverage for the board upstairs, you know, being the shield. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to put it on him to say that, like, what you naturally thought to make us weaker. If that's your natural thought, then you've done wrong. I don't believe that personally. I believe that, look, he's done the thing of protecting the people upstairs in it. You know, he's just been a good company man in that moment. But that decision, I would say, I'm blaming Ineos. There's no way they left it to a situation where they say, look, you're not getting any options. I told you what I need, and I start a 9 up front. That's telling you how bad it is. But anyway, we'll move from there. So there's that Rashford situation, but it kind of panned itself out because Rashford found a club. I think if he wasn't harsh, Rashford probably would have stayed, and it probably would have not been a great situation. So we leave that, we park that. Now, in-game stuff, because this is all we can get to. The use of Onana, probably, I'm not feeling it. Personally, I think the goalkeeper should be different. But then I'll say probably there's a Delo and Onana conversation, maybe. You know, the Delo one is, well, you don't know how I feel about Delo. But I don't know what the option is. I know with the Delo one, I can't say, well, don't play Delo and not have a next option for who plays instead of Delo. So the low one, I'm kind of stuck with that one. I would say really it's Onana that I can say can be a bit of an issue. Because I'm looking at the Onana thing and I'm saying to myself, well, buying there, yes, he had that good game. I think after the Arsenal game and after the next Europa League game, he should have just been the number one until he does something silly where he can't be the number one. At least he should have. I feel that Onana should have been given a run in the team after those exploits. Simple as that. Just go for it. And then we can get to know, and Onana's on the bench waiting for his opportunity to get back in again. So then maybe you give Onana the cup games or something. Something should have just shifted and changed. Personally, that's how I honestly feel. What else has he done wrong? I'm not mad at him for that. I know a lot of people are mad at the 9 situation that he tried the other day. I'm not mad at him for the attempt. And even hindsight being hindsight, looking back at it, I still believe we were better. I still believe we were better with Kobe than we were with Rasmus and Xerxes. If I'm being honest. Is there anything? That's what he could have done. I think Ahmad should always play as the wing back. We've seen it in so many different games now. Ahmad's a better wing back. He's our best wing back at the club, and he has to play there. I was saying that early, and people said, "Nah, KG, they tried to create like an Ahmad agenda, saying that I don't want to see him in a 10 and this, that, and the other." But I say, no, he's just the better version of what we don't have anyone that can do that, and it's harder to double up on Ahmad when he's in that position. I think that's all I've got. I don't think he's been unfair to Xerxes or Rasmus. I don't think he's been unfair to Casemiro. I don't believe he's been unfair to Ericsson. That's all I've got, if I'm being real and honest with you guys. I would love to hear what you lot, because again, this is just from my perspective. Want to hear from you lot. If you think there's things that he's done wrong or things that he's currently doing wrong, I want to hear that, but it'll be good, just to keep it kind of balanced and stuff. Give me what should be played instead. What should he do instead? Yeah. So let's have that conversation, man. Let's have that conversation. I'm gonna open up the Lions copy. Here you go. Pin. There you go. That's pinned. You can get involved. You know what to do. Listen, new callers, because it's a different time of day. So you hit the link in the chat. You can call straight in. If you're a bit too kind of shy on stuff, let us know, or let me know if you're a first time caller. There you go. That's the link right there. Hit the link, get in. I'm gonna favor new callers first. New callers get 4 minutes. When you're a member, you get 4 minutes. Non-members too. Wicked. So, but yeah, hit the lines, man. I got 3 people in here waiting. You know what I mean? I might actually do something different as well because they're all familiar faces. I'm actually gonna start with Joe because I want to hear what Joe's saying as well. Um, Mr. Blackman. Oh, hello. Oh, he's not ready. Probably he ain't got his mic. Yo, he's not ready. Nope. Hey,
Hi, KG.
how you doing, my bro?
Can you hear
Um,
my voice okay?
it's not the best mic in the world. I don't know. It's the
Yeah,
background. Hold
yeah,
on.
it's the background noise. How it works.
Wait, say something again.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh no, that's horrible. That it sounds like it's a drum getting off every single time. Okay, you check WhatsApp. We'll do. Um, uh, let me see. What is that? Oh, it's all right. Yeah, I'll play that. I'll play that then. Cool, no problems. I've got a video. Obviously, you lot know what day it is today as well. So 6th of February, we'll acknowledge the Busby babes and just the Munich air disaster and stuff. So prayer emoji on that end. We had a video that I wanted to put in, but StreamYard wouldn't upload it for some strange reason. So yeah, we'll sort it out. That mic was crazy. Where should I go then? Let's start with Kenny. Kenny starting is crazy. Now I'm gonna start with Antonio. I'm gonna start with Antonio. No disrespect, Kennedy, but bloody hell, sometimes, bro. Never forget, fam. There you go. Boom. Let's go. Tonio.
Hey, what's
Talk to
up?
me. I just want to ask on the manager right now. We're talking about Ruben. Has he done anything wrong? I've given you my ones about maybe should have swapped Onana. I would like to see Ahmad as the wing back. But then I don't know if I have any other complaints.
Yeah, my only thing he's done wrong is taking the job this early. He's still waiting until the summer because I'm gonna give him the rest of the season. I know people want him to change the system, but I think that's a mistake because we're not gonna get rid of every player he has on the team right now. So if he changes the system to suit the players that are there right now, he's gonna have to start when the season starts back up next season. So I think that's just a big mistake if he changes this like system. So play the system you want right now. So the players that we will not get rid of will be like okay to play next season. But by me doing this, I have a higher expectation for him next season. He cannot be this low again. So just
Oh
because
no,
I'm giving you this
this is
season,
yeah, this is unacceptable. Definitely, this is an
yeah,
unacceptable season, like for sure. But then I think there's more at stake here. Are you with me? Like this is while it's unacceptable, it's like wait, there's still more to be. There's more to be done.
yeah. I think the what he said by like it was his choice giving away Rashford and Anthony. I believe it, but I also believe he wanted people in. Like
Yeah,
he's telling us the half truths. You know what I mean? He's
that's
telling us like half of the truth.
yeah. Wait, KG, they get lost. Okay, sorry, 1 second. Let me try and make this bigger. I'm trying to make the background thing. They can't see. There you go. Sorted. Yeah, he's definitely telling us some of the half truths for sure. But then I don't know, like, when he said we're giving him this season, doesn't he need a few pieces?
Yeah, that's why it's hard to it's hard to judge. It's like in the situation when he's like in a lose-lose situation, you can judge him harshly, but at the same time, it's not his fault. It's not his players. But you can also judge him by someone like the stuff he's doing on the pitch. But I think he's just gonna figure out what he can do with these players. I didn't mind the Mano thing he did last like weekend. People were saying, "Hey, do something, change your tactics." He did something. People didn't like it because it didn't go the way they wanted it to go. So like he
Yeah.
can't win. There's nothing he can do right now to win to please some people. And also like he's in a situation where he's not gonna like finish top half of the table. I don't think so. So we just gotta wait and go through this
Yeah, he said
period.
there's more losses because he said he's looking for a certain profile. He said there's going to be more losses coming. Like, we'll win, but there'll be losses. So, you ready for those?
Yeah, I'm honestly ready for those. It's people that I don't think are ready for those. But my thing is he's putting himself in a situation where next season people are gonna judge him harsher. So I hope he's ready for that. Because you think this is bad right now, just wait until next season.
But I think by next season, again, he's got look because he's understanding that he has to work and train these players. But he does understand like he needs the time on the training ground to do that. So I believe next season when he'll be able to bring in a few more, like at least he needs like four players, 4 or 5. Like if we can bring in 4 or 5 next in the summer, I don't know if there'll be a space for excuses because he would have had some time with these players, so they're kind of getting used to his system, right?
Exactly. He's gonna be like Ten Hag the season after he finished eighth, where people don't want any more excuses. It won't be fair to him because he came into Ten Hag's team, but this team will be like, hey, you can't lose more than like 2 games back to back. They're gonna be harsh on him. Like you have your players now, so why aren't you winning? And it's gonna be interesting how people handle or how he handled that pressure and also how people like act towards him. I think people want him fired already, but it's crazy what's going on right now.
Yeah, it's really. I think it's really interesting. There's this last thing here. Someone Squidward says, just saying in Barca, Flick got going from season 1. Not only the league champion, also wait, hold on. Not only the league, but champions as well without a major signing.
Wait,
But when
is he real? I was gonna say,
it's,
is he really comparing Barca team to our team?
it's incredible.
That's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't know what he means by that. That's just a crazy super chat.
It's not even a super chat. I just saw it and I was thinking
Oh, okay.
that was just a crazy. But I just wanted to put it on the screen just to see, like, because some people do feel that way. Anyway,
Yes.
big up, bro. Speak to you in a bit. Yeah, shout out Owen in the chat as well. Owen Wrestle News 365. You don't know what to do. Go and follow him, man. Wrestling is on Netflix and wrestling is lit. Literally, it is lit. I'm back in. I haven't I gotta watch the latest episode of NXT.
Oh my God!
Yeah, man. God. Yeah, so I'm locked in. Yeah, man's back. Let me read some of these supers. People asking me how's my audition today. Good. I hope so. I just do it and then get out and then just think I done the best I could do. So yeah. When my wife asked me, I was like, how did it go, Vase? I said, listen, I went in there, gave my best, and then that's it. I won't think about it until my agent calls me. Here you go. Nigel says, shout out to hey! Happy birthday, my friend. One more year upon them. Nigel. Big up Nigel, man. Glory, Man United. Here you go. Delia says, appreciate your work rate, KG. Listen, come on. Your undefeated podcast is sick, and you expect foolishness podcast is hilarious. Big up. Shout out to you, bro. That's hard still. Thank you very much. I'm glad you lot are seeing it, man. There's a concentrated effort. And I've got people like I've got a little team supporting me now as well. Shout out Joe Blackman, shout out Yo. Shout out everyone that is supports on the channel still. Let's go. And
What's
all my
good?
Hey, 1 second. How am I gonna bring you on like this without even playing it right? 1 sec, let's go.
Oh, look what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Look what we have in the building. Look what we have here in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Here you go, bro. It's your time.
Well done. Well done on your intro. Big up.
Yeah, thank you, man. Look, we got to talk to you about Amorim because you've got your thoughts. I've seen you in the chat. Has he done anything wrong? Has anything that you don't like? Like, has any like coaching decisions, manager? Like, what you thinking?
I think in the past last year, maybe like between was it like between around like Newcastle and Wolves, I think he may have repeatedly started Ugarte and Kobe Menu in which like we all knew that in which we all knew that it didn't work. But I'm glad now he has kind of rectified it. The latest thing is that he started Kobe Menu as a 9. As much as I was a bit mad on him, but it may have kind of sent a message to the Ineos that he wants a striker, but like unfortunately Ineos failed Amorim this January transfer. KJ, it's an absolutely disgrace, man. Bro, we loaned out 2 attackers, right? We loaned out Anthony, we loaned out Rashford, good, but like we didn't get all these replacements. Our attack is weak. We have only like Zirkzee, Hoyland, and Garnacho, and like Amad Diallo, and Bruno Fernandes. So basically, KJ, right now until the end of the season, are we exactly going to rely on are we going to rely on Amad Diallo, or even Bruno Fernandes? Are we going to only rely on these two?
Well, that's the question. But are you saying that because right now when I'm hearing the blame, you're basically saying the only mistake you didn't like is then Kobe in the nine. But see, you're saying the manager's done nothing wrong so far.
Yeah, yeah,
What?
I don't see. Yeah, I don't see he made a lot of. I didn't see much faults in his games, but like let's just be honest, right? He came in this mess. He came into this mess. To be honest with you, to be honest, I felt like Ruben Amorim should have came in the summer next year. I mean, like next season, right?
A lot of
And,
people came back. This is what Joe Blackman said, though. A lot of people are now
no,
trying to back
no,
and
no,
say we
no,
should have kept
no,
Ten
no.
Hag. You say that he should have kept Ten Hag. That's what we're basically saying.
No, KG, I meant to say we should have kept like Ruud van Nistelrooy. I never said Ten Hag.
Okay, okay. But
Yeah,
then wouldn't we make the same mistakes if we brought in Rude as well? Give me a second. I need to bring in Antonio. I just need to
yeah.
check.
Go on. Yeah,
Joe
go on,
Black.
go on.
I'm going to leave you lot in here to have that discussion. Who's got their camera on?
Big up, big up, big up, big up,
He's got to be the main man until Joe jumps in.
Hi,
big up. Yo, El Capitan, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How's everyone?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Been good, and I absolutely I watched the hate along last night.
But the
Unfortunately I
result
couldn't
dead.
came
Yeah,
because of
Arsenal.
work.
Arsenal got.
My goodness, I also watched the highlights. Isak, I thought he looked on side, but it was close, to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
Arsenal,
Isak,
Arsenal deserve. They deserve what they get there.
You're on
Joe,
mute,
you're
bro.
back.
Yeah, you're
You're
on
on
mute.
mute.
What am
On
I
mute.
here for now? You're on
Well,
Yeah,
mute.
basically,
we
You're on
still
KG
can't
mute.
just
hear
You're
go.
on
you.
mute.
Look at this. We got
Joe,
this
you,
YouTuber
Look at
that
this
doesn't know
guy,
what he's
bro.
doing,
Look
bro.
at this guy.
This
Look at
guy's
this
mic is
YouTuber.
never working.
You should be the right hand, bro. You're not even the left hand.
Jesus Christ.
And
that's what happened when you just said Ten Hag, and now it just paused your mic.
he did, yeah. But no, yeah, as we were saying,
Check.
yeah. But
Right, mic check, check,
Arsenal
check.
deserve
Off
what they
your
got.
Can
mic,
you
Yesterday.
hear me
Joe. If you
now?
didn't
Yeah,
mic,
we
his
can
mic,
hear
I
you
didn't
now.
mic check.
Yeah.
All
Is he
right,
back?
that's better. Right,
Yeah,
that's
Joe, we
better.
can hear you
Now
now.
I'll take over. Now it's a Joe takeover. Listen, people, let's keep on subject, right? Because I don't want to talk about the Arsenal meltdown yesterday and nothing crap like that. Yeah. What I want to talk about is exactly what KG is talking about. What is Amorim doing wrong right now? And you know what? I want to talk to you, El Captain. Yeah. Let me ask you the question. What do you think as an outsider? Yeah. Is Amorim doing wrong, if anything? Because I think there's a few things done wrong, and I feel like we should be able to call him out on it. That's where I stand right now. Captain, are you there?
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of what he done, I feel like with the Rashford situation, he was right to send him out on loan. And he wasn't performing like I said, he didn't get enough games. He wasn't performing well in training, so that was the kind of right thing. But in terms of what he done wrong, um, like the lineup. He gets the lineup
Yeah,
wrong.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Captain. Yeah, you have no idea what you're talking about. You don't want to
Yeah.
talk about Man United. Let me
Hey,
talk to
Joe.
you. Hey,
Hey,
hey, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you right now, Charles. Yeah, what has Amrim done wrong, if anything, in your opinion?
It will have to be some of the lineups and team selection. I feel like sometimes the team is changed up for no reason, or we don't really have a settled team. Also, not like it's a big deal, but like not using Casemiro also, it's kind of weird when we're struggling for goals. And he seems more times than not to be the one that gets those goals, especially from set pieces. I understand not wanting to play him every game, but we've seen the Ugarte Casemiro relationship works. It can at least work for some games. Not seeing him at all, it's kind of strange, but You know, it is what it is. Even the whole Mino thing in the false nine, people were shouting for Mino to play 10. He plays 10 for one game, and we think we have something there. And then he changes the position entirely and tells him to play false nine. It's like there's no continuity building there. You know, after taking all this time, we all sat here and said he doesn't have the engine to be an eight. He struggles with the defensive side. We all saw this. He saw it late, and then after seeing it, changed his position one game later. Even the whole thing where people say we score more goals with like attackers as the wing backs. That is true, but for some reason he persists with Dalot and Mazraoui, who we all see is better as a centre back. There's like little
What I'm
things
saying
here
is,
and there.
hold on. Let me ask you, are you looking for changing his setup? Is that what you're looking for? Or changing depending on who's on the pitch? Is that what you're for? What he should change then if you think those things that he's systematically getting wrong because he
I
plays
feel
in
like
those positions all
he
the
should
time.
start playing players in the right position for one, and we should have more continuity in the squad. I don't
Right,
want him taking
before
out.
he jumps back in, yeah, before KG jumps back in, a player like Mazraoui, right, what is the correct position in this system?
Right centre
Because
back.
he's not a centre back and he's not a right wing back, but he's not a right centre back. He's a right back usually. In every other system, he usually plays a four at the back. So where is his real right position? Maybe the manager is just trying to experiment what works best for the player. No,
Joe, your
But that's the
mic's
thing. If
Joe,
it's
your mic's getting in and out. Your mic's getting in and out still. So
yeah,
I don't know if you need to
if
reset your
it's
mic still.
based on what works best, Mazraoui to me has played his best games as the right centre back with Ahmad as the right wing back. So I think that is Mazraoui's position in this formation and the way we want to play. Um, irrespective of that, the whole striker issue, yeah, I know our strikers are dead, and I mean they are dead. But on some level, we should know who the starting striker is at this point.
Who is
It
it?
can't always be. I don't know. That's the issue. Like it's always one game we see Xerxes, one game we see Rasmus. It's always chopping and changing in the striker department. No
But when
one's really.
how should we know who the gonna be? Breathing like
I
that.
would have like to me, I would have just given Xerxes a run of games and be like, okay, if it's like Prem games, Xerxes, you take the Prem games, Rasmus, you take the Europa or FA Cup games. But you give them some kind of continuity. It's not
How
Crystal
many games?
Palace.
How many games has Zaxi like? Yeah, we'll actually probably manage it like this. So what I've got you four in the main stage right now, and I'll switch it and bring in another four. I've got Brian, Jay, Canny, and wrap up. So now you're talking about and I'll probably bring Joel into that chat as well. How many games has Zaxi started? Because didn't he have a run of games? Didn't Zaxi have a run of
I
games?
ha- I honestly have no idea. I don't think it's been a case of like he started 5 games on the spin. It's always something of it's either he or Rasmus starts. To the best of my memory, I may be wrong, but it's always a chopping and changing thing. We don't really know who is starting over the weekend. Sometimes we will see Rasmus and it's like okay, Rasmus is starting. Then we will see Xerxes and it's like okay, and then some like we saw this past weekend, we might not even see any striker, and it's Mainu in the nine. Like I feel like on some level, players should have their positions now. He's been with this team for like 2 3 months now.
Yeah.
We should know
So then when
who is
you're saying
playing
players
where.
should have you're saying players should know their positions now, but we're not being successful. Let me see what someone else is saying. Peter, what are
Yeah,
you telling? Go on.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
whoever.
The I think the Garnacho should start at left wing back, bro. I think that's the real position for him. He's not the that of intellectual player to play in the 10. I don't think he has the IQ to play in the 10 in this system. He has the chest, he has the legs. So put him in left wing back, bro.
But we've already we got one right now. We bought a player recently in
Yeah,
Doku.
but you cannot just throw him into the team, bro. You need
We
we need
must.
we
We
must,
have,
but
we must. We're gonna have
yeah,
to put like it's because I think when everyone says he's been there for 2 3 months, he had to really try and understand the team though.
You know what, bro?
Right.
I forgot about Dorgu. To be honest with you,
Okay.
we're so shit, bro. I forgot
Bro,
about
don't
him.
forget, man said Heaven is ready to play also. Man said Heaven is ready. Heaven
Nah,
is a first team player.
He is a first team
Yeah,
player.
I think so. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
That
yeah.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
he's a first
That
team
is
player.
crazy. To me, that is crazy, but okay, calm. I don't know what that guy is going to bring to us. I've never seen him play. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what is going on.
no, but this is the thing, and this is where. So let me just hear you out because Kennedy's basically said the only thing this manager's done wrong was play Kobe in the nine. Antonio, what did you say that the manager's done wrong?
Taking the job too early, and that's my opinion because I'm letting him do whatever he wants this season.
All right, so you're saying him taking the job too early was a mistake. Peter, what have you said the manager's done wrong?
yeah, I would agree with Antonio. People are comparing with Flick, but Flick had a whole preseason to adapt his philosophy to the players. Amorim didn't have a preseason. He was just thrown in the pits of hell.
All right, and then Charles, what are you telling me?
I said there were some team selections, tactics, and like the minor thing
Can you
also
talk
where
to it?
it's like,
Talk to some of the selections, like just so we can.
yeah. So in terms of like team selection, it's nothing too deep. And I was telling Joe Blackman, we're struggling for goals, and Casemiro is a goal scorer for us, especially from set pieces. It's not a big issue of like, oh, play Casemiro, but it's like we've seen the Ugarte Casemiro relationship work. It can definitely work in some games. This complete freeze out, I don't really get it. But that's just by the way.
Wait, so
Then you have the
wait. No, but we let's explore that a little bit. So, do we believe there'll be a change in our game if Casemiro was involved?
I don't believe there would be. That's why I said it's not a serious thing. I'm just saying, like, I don't get why we are struggling for goals, and there is somebody there that gets has been getting us goals, especially from set pieces, and we're just not using him.
Asking for goals and bringing on a DM is crazy because he's good
Yeah,
in the
Brother,
air.
my
no,
only
but look,
question in that is
this is not just asking for goals and needing a DM. Our strikers ain't scoring. Where do we usually get our goals from? Casemiro again was a goal scorer for us. He was popping up with the odd goals here and there. The headers, the set pieces, we would cross the ball and his Casemiro was seen doing bicycles.
wait, wait,
Can
wait,
we?
wait.
And
What's more beneficial, Casemiro scoring goals or like how open we are when he's on the field? So you gotta pick one of the two. It's either we're open when he's on the
I,
field or he's giving us goals too. So which one's more like
I
beneficial
don't
to the
think
team?
I don't think it's every game he plays that we are open on the field. And all I'm saying is I'm not asking for him to be a starter, but he can at least be utilized. Right now we are playing Ugarte game in, game out into the ground, and he's a
But
walking
then
yellow
no,
card.
Collier's come in and Collier's done well in that position. So it's
Collier has
sharing
come in
this.
and he has done well, but if anything happens to Ugarte, are you trusting Collier?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
like
That
the
trusting
that is
Collier.
crazy. That is
absolutely.
crazy.
We were
But
telling Casemiro to go and learn Arabic, bro. We've been trying to sell Casemiro for so many. Now all of a sudden, Casemiro's the answer. That's why I don't
I did
understand.
no. Nobody said he's the answer. Listen to what I said. He is an
Yeah.
option that is not being used at all.
But then the option of we want to keep the ball, and he does the round the corner one. He does the round the corner special real quick.
Wow, brother,
but
we see Bruno in the eights do the same
Oh
thing.
no, what Casemiro
It's
and what Bruno do is too
it's
is
no
It's two
different
different
like
things. Yeah.
again.
things.
See,
It's
It's
two,
just
you
too
can
different.
say it's.
It's different. It's
I'm
different.
not
bro.
see.
You know,
I'm not gonna argue Casemiro playing. I'm just saying that's an option we have that's not being utilized. Like he can at least play the odd game here and there. Another thing that I didn't like from the manager also, we I don't know who brought out the stats, but we score more goals with attackers at wing back positions. But we play what's his name? Dalo, and we play Mazraoui. Yeah. Understandably, part of it was due to injury issues. But now that we have Dorgu and we have Ahmad, the team selection needs to be Dorgu and Ahmad at wing back. But I feel like we're still going to see the same Mazraoui Dalo wing back combination, which again kills us in attack.
all
Another
right,
If
thing
he
that I
does
don't
that,
like,
I would
all
agree with you. Yes. If he
right,
does
yeah.
that going
Another
forward, I
thing
would have a problem with that.
You're
second.
talking about
Another thing
I'm
too.
going to switch out the team and I'm going to bring you lot back 1 second. I need to put other people on the stage. Stay here though, people. Jay, Canny, hey.
Yo, KG, what's good with you?
I'm good, man. Just trying to really and welcome to the team. Welcome to the floor. JJ, Canny, Wrap Up, and Abs. Yeah, let's have this conversation because first of all, hold on. Someone's background sound too crazy. I might have to get rid of you still. That
Not me, not me.
hold on. Not you. Not you. I don't know who it is. They just patterned it off anyway. All right, cool. It's
Wait,
fine.
was it me?
I don't hold on. Wait.
Yes.
Who's that? Oh, everyone. Yeah, I don't know if you lot are ready for. Yeah, there you go. All right. It was Canny. It was you though, Canny. All right, cool.
Got a few things to say, but we want to go first.
All right. Yeah, just mute up if you're not speaking. It'll just make it easier.
Let me just quickly go out first and then mute up real quick, then just listen
Yeah,
to you
go on
guys.
then.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted first to say the people that the first panel, there's something I wanted to object about. Amorim making a mistake taking the job first. I think it was a good decision he took the job first so he can at least test the waters and see
Yeah.
what he's really dealing with this final part of the season. So he knows this the way Ineos is moving and the players he's got. Now he's getting rid of a lot of players. Okay, that's like he said in the press conference, that's his decision. He wants to make these decisions early so that he knows what he's working with. He wants to start the season on a clean slate. He wants to have his signings. He wants to pick signings, as is mentioned, that are right signings for the team. He's done his due diligence, so we're good. It's a good that he got the job early. But for me, what I can just pin out that I say one of the things I found that he did wrong was the whole selection of Kobe Mino 9 when the previous game he played very well in the 10. I sort of feel as though that can be very confusing for a young lad because obviously he's coming with a lot of instructions what to do on the 10. He had to change, he had to move up, what to do, how to play, how to follow these wing backs and whatnot. And then the following game, you're running him as the false nine with new instructions. That can be a little bit too much for me. I think if he kept Kobe, we've seen Bruno for a while. Bruno has played the false nine before. Bruno would have been the right candidate to put on the false nine, and then Kobe leave him in the 10, and then bring.
Are we putting too much credit into that victory against the Romanian team?
I think it's not really credit. I think it's more of like how the team was mobile and how it was moving, progressively towards the final third, you know. So if you compare to to other games that we've played, we've been a little bit stagnant and impotent up front. But that having Kobe in the 10 showed a bit of like outlet and creativity there. And one other person that's not being mentioned is Ericsson. Ericsson is a very good distributor of the ball. I understand, yes, these players are being frozen out, they're leaving. We know they're leaving, but they can still be utilized. These are still creative players that can play, We cannot just freeze out creative players like Ericsson. I can understand the Casemiro part.
Let me give someone else the floor right now.
All right, cool. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
if I can come in real quick, right? Charles was saying something earlier on, and I agree to him to some extent, right? If you look at at the beginning when Amorim came in, he had Mazraoui on the right center back, Delete in the middle, Martinez on the left. He had Ahmad to the right wing back, right? Ahmad needs space as a winger. When he's running into people, he's able to take them on. So in order to fit in Lenny Euro, right? They bring Euro to the right center, move Mazraoui to the right wing. Now Ahmad is playing over there, right? Mazraoui can't take on people. And Ahmad is now in the middle where he's a little bit limited. So moving Ahmad back to that right wing back is something that is very, very important. That's one thing that I do think he needs to go back to. Two, and people are always saying, okay, we are playing the 3-4-3. 3-4-3 is not new in the Premier League, all right? There are different variations of it. Even, what's his name? Pep, that plays 3-2-5 is a variation of 3-4-3. And I honestly do think that and I'm not saying change your formation. That's not what I'm saying. But tactically, It cannot be rigid. And I will tell you why to that. If you look at the way, like when City is playing their 3-2-5, which is a variation of 3-4-3, they move their wingers, Mahrez, that left the league. They move their wingers to the wing. Mahrez go to the right. I think it was Grealish that was playing on the left for them. They bring them to the left, and they bring the full back, Gavier or whoever was playing there before. I think it was maybe the I forgot his name. I think it was Mendy. They,
Continue.
they bring them into the middle. And the point of me saying that is, in order to, I'm not saying change, you want to be flexible as the game goes on. And I think that is what Flex was saying in one of those streams, that change something.
You don't want to invert, man.
Hold on. A game can be going on, and you could say, you know what? Maybe let's move our wingers to the wing, let them hold the width, and our fullbacks, in this case, which would be the right wing back and the left wing back. Remember, this is still 3-4-3. You're just moving the wingers to the wing, and you are bringing the wing backs, you are bringing them to the middle. So just to be tactically, he's doing a great job, but tactically, as the game is progressing, you've got to be flexible, looking at, okay, what is the other team giving us? Conte has done it. He played the 3-4-3 in this league. Pep plays a variation of it also. Go ahead, sir.
No, continue. How many players are you saying right now? You say 3-4-3.
Yeah, so I'm saying if you are playing the 3-4-3, which is what we are playing right now, but he's playing the 3-4-2-1, which is also a variation of 3-4-3. In that, if you add a Garnacho on the field, you know he likes playing to the width. You could pull him to the width. You can have the fullback come in on the lapping instead of overlapping. You understand? That's still the variation of the 3-4-3. But if we have a manager, and once again, I support him, I like what he's doing, but he's changing it up way too much in terms of personnel. Players need consistency in playing the same thing week in, week out. If you can't try even Kobe in 2 games in a row in a 10 in one game, and it's a one-time mistake, which is fine, I'm not crucifying him. 10 in one game, then the next game you move it to 9, just so that you can accommodate other people, is going to be hard.
So now let's wait. Let me get. So that's your side of it.
Yes,
there you go. I want to hear from the wrap up what you think the manager's done wrong, and then I want to hear from Abs, and then we'll get into a kind of conversation. Everyone,
This is my thing, yeah.
Oh wait, hold on! I got a super that I was meaning to do. Sorry, bro. I apologize. It was a mad thing.
Go.
No, 1 second. Style of play 2 kg. It's not like we're losing. Wait, hold on. It's not like we are losing, but playing good football. We lose and get played off the park. Okay, all right. Someone said facts. This is a madness.
You are not disgrace. You're cheap.
Yo, I'm gonna
break it down, Cage. I'm gonna break it down.
I'm gonna be a player, hater. Yo, Riri's out again. KG, I see you trying to be a real YouTuber and not an uncle. May your reading disability improve. Continue to be diabolical, my brother. Well, my reading ability is getting up there still. I was practicing. I had that one. I'm upset that I made a couple mistakes in that one still. But anyway, shout out Riri. That's
big.
The shade. The shade, bro. At least you did talk about my eyebrows today, so we're developing. Now let's move on. Who was it? Was it Wrap Up or Abs that was gonna start talking?
Oh, you said me, but yeah. Abs, you want to go, you can go.
No. Go on, Wrap Up. You said you had something and you wanted to respond to what they were saying. So go on.
Basically, this is what I'm saying. Ruben, yeah, he's been a bit too stable because I've just been studying him a lot now, and I'm backing him. But with Ruben, yeah, he's starting with 7 defenders basically. 7 defenders, if you include the keeper as a defender. The two defenders are wing backs in our system for Man United. At Sporting, they were wingers. You could just.
But when you say that, I've heard this argument recently. This has been the new popular Ruben argument that
that's the facts though.
But then who do you like? Because my thing is, well, what do you do instead of those players? Who are you instead of the?
Listen, I don't rate Garnacho, yeah, but even Ruud van Nistelrooy in them 4 games was playing Garnacho as the left wing back. in a free
No, but
when
he
he's trying
wasn't
to
playing,
match.
he wasn't doing a. We didn't play a. We didn't play that system. We didn't do that.
Trust
That's
me,
not
now, listen, hear me out. Watch the game against Chelsea. It was a 3-4-3, but they weren't.
We played a 3-4-3.
Garnacho was
What?
playing left wing.
What?
Watch
What
the
did-
game. I'm telling you, this I'm gonna say. Watch the
Okay.
game again because I've watched it free. I've watched that. same
Wait.
game
We
3 times.
played Garnacho as the wing back in that Chelsea game.
He was playing a left wing back position. Yeah, he wasn't playing.
Sorry,
left.
I don't
But
normally
anyway,
like cutting people off.
I'm gonna move on from that because you're not gonna believe me, but it's cool.
No, you can't. There's no one that can believe you here. He wasn't playing that tactic, bro. We know, like that's not
Garnacho
even,
was ending up in the left
true.
wing back position.
Garnacho-
Yes, he was dropping deep and defending. Yes, it was park the bus settings, but it was not the
that's what I'm
formation
saying.
change.
So anyway, I'm gonna move on from that. But anyway, my main point is
Now, just letting you know that point did not land. So even though you said that, even though you're moving on, we accept the move on, but we accept the move on, and you are wrong about that.
okay. But anyway, you don't
Yeah,
have to
cool.
agree with me. But anyway, my point
No,
is this.
But you have to accept the fact that you were wrong, though.
Yeah, okay, I'll take the L on that. I'm just looking at position.
You just
I'm
can't
looking at
skip,
where he's on the
skip
field, but
past
anyway.
to the next conversation like nothing
Listen.
happened.
Play
My God.
attackers in the wing back positions so we can
Yeah.
increase our creation. Because right now there's more defenders on the pitch than attackers. The way he's playing.
I'm hearing this argument, yeah. I'm hearing this argument, but it's a flawed one because you're not completing it. Because everyone sees saying, okay, he's playing these too many defenders. Who are you playing in those positions? That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, just can I quickly answer? I can help him out here. What I think he's
I
trying
want
to
wrap
say
up
is that
first. I want wrap up to help me
Okay.
first. Because
All right,
the
cool.
one-
Listen, because at the end of the day, you could have played Anthony there. Well, but he's gone, obviously. Right now, we have Garnacho. Use him there. Listen, you don't like it. You don't like it. But that's the truth.
No, but I said now, yeah, you're saying Anthony, yeah.
But
You
he's gone now, anyway. That's what I'm saying. You could have used him as a left wing back.
Before this
What?
Anthony thing, no one rated Anthony, bro. I've been here. There's been so many people that said, take Anthony out.
But KG, no, some
Let's
of us
be
rated
real,
Anthony. Some of us were saying, I remember being almost sin binned here when I said Anthony and Ahmad, they play
Ahmad played
1-2 touches together on the right. When Anthony comes on, he usually comes with the energy and plays in short spaces with the Ahmad well. And actually, facts are that we've scored more goals with Anthony on the pitch, whether we like it or not.
Also-
This is going
Let's
back
go.
to that Mark
Let's go.
and Ahmed GA, innit?
Bro.
This is going back to the
Anthony.
Mark and Ahmed and Anthony GA, which was 8, and all 8 of them came from Ahmed. Bro,
You know what I hate about us fans as well. Let's get this right. Do you know what I hate about us fans? Yeah?
rewriting history.
We're the best rewriters. I think right now, yeah, we should all be book editors, bro, because the way we've rewrote this book, yeah, is incredible. We're gonna go to something right now. I'm gonna hear from Abs.
Hey, just one more point I want to make.
No,
Please wrap up, finish it. I want a hat trick of L's right now. Go on, finish it.
One more point I want to make.
You got two.
That in this, I think, yeah, because we ain't got athletes in our team, yeah.
Yes.
You should stop doing the man-to-man press in the 3-4-3. That's how we're getting exposed. Just do a mid-block in the 3-4-3. That's what I'm gonna say. Next person.
Do you know what? You saved yourself there, wrap up. You saved yourself there because I actually kind of agree with that last point.
Okay,
right?
So now, yeah, I'm gonna there's a few points there, guys. In all the games we watch, because sometimes we go man to man, yeah, but not at all moments. In most games, you saying we go man to man in most games. In like
when we try and do a press, that's a man to man press, right? And we don't recover very well from it. We don't do it all the time, by the way. We don't do it all the time. I want to make that clear.
We have little moments when we decide here's the trigger and we're all gonna go, but we're not we are not press monsters. We have the lowest.
We're not good at pressing. So I would rather him stop the pressing at all. I don't want any press whatsoever.
Yeah, but because I hear these are cool words. I've been hearing it. But who's doing the man-to-man pressing in this team except Ahmad? Ahmad's the only one that presses on his.
Ahmad is successful at it.
Who else is doing it?
Everyone else
It's only him. Well and truly, the only good one.
KG, hold on, real quick. Sorry. The thing is, you can always start the game with an high press, which is what I've watched when Ahmad won the ball against Leicester City. You know, when he picked up I think it was against
Give me that team again. What's the team you just said again?
When he picked up Gerard Branchway, he also against Leicester, he picked up a couple of people, right?
Oh my God!
Leicester. My bad, man. So against Leicester, right? Yo, stop it. Don't. Against Everton.
I knew when Nigerians have to say Leicester, they are finished. Leicester. Hey.
Anyway,
That's a tricky one for Africans. KG, don't even go there. That's a tricky one.
That's nasty, KG. That is nasty.
KG,
nasty.
Before you rudely interrupted me, okay?
Okay. My boy said Leicester City.
Anyway.
Sorry,
and it was quick about it, huh?
All right. But real quick, seriously. The game
sorry.
against Everton and Leicester, right? When Ahmad was picking it up, you can always start with a high press, but as the game progresses, you know we're not good at pressing. You need to move to mid block. I'm not even saying go to low block. You understand? We got to move to mid block as the game progresses. But
this is what I'm saying. And this is the thing with the buzzwords and stuff. We don't play 90 minutes man to man. Because if we did, we don't. But we for 20. I don't even. How long do we do the man to man press for? Honestly,
what happens is they try and then they give up and then we get chipped.
So then we sit back into what when that happens? What do we do after that?
We've been complaining that we've been doing this zonal marking. That's why they've been getting at us. That's what we've been complaining. Even on corners or anything, we've been doing more zonal marking than man to man.
But we're not even talking. We're not even talking of corners. It's just in the way that we press. Look at the game of Arsenal versus City, right? If you notice, at the beginning of the game, Arsenal was high pressing City, but as that game was progressing, instead of pressing, they were setting traps. That was the way Arsenal even approached that game. They allowed City to have the ball, even though Arsenal was even playing at home. You understand? And we have this mentality that, okay, if we are playing at home, we always have to be on the front foot. We can't set trap. We can't sit in the middle. It has to be game to game. It can't just be like, okay, this is my tactics, and I'm going to apply everything like that.
I hear it. Let me move to Abs because he hasn't spoken yet. Abs, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Let's not do tactics again with certain people. Yeah. Let's not do it. I'm completely baffed. But what I will say, as much as everyone keeps saying that we need to play attacking players in as wing backs, who then plays in the 10? That's effective.
In the 10.
Okay, Kobe's one. Who's the other one?
I dare you not to say Ericsson.
Mr. 9 and
there you go. So we either play Xerxes or Ericsson. Straight away we're failing. We're basically a man down because we have to leave Bruno with Ugarte because that's probably our best midfield pairing in terms of playing football and trying to progress. So straight away, your plan goes down because it's going to be the same sort of problem that we're having now. Now, granted, I also think we should be better defensively since we have 5 defenders on the pitch. And there's something about that I worry about. Now, against big teams, we can defend better because we go low block or we go mid block. Whichever way you want to call it, we go defensive. Let's put it that way. And we counterattack. It works. But we can't do that to about 80% of the rest of the league. 80% of the rest of the league, we have to come out and play. Crystal Palace is a perfect example of that because that first half, all they'll do is counterattacking us. Second half, majority of the time, they'll counterattacking us again. But it's the problem that he has to try and solve in this period without the right tools.
But this is what I'm saying. Do you know why I know like some of us Man United fans are chatting shit, yeah? Excuse my language, yeah? But if we have 90, if we're shading possession, if we're shading possession, when are we doing this man to man? In the games against the smaller teams, we're on the ball more. So we on the ball and getting man to man. That don't make no damn sense. That's not even true. Like we have these quick moments in games when we all run together, but we get exposed when we run. But then that's not how we've been in the games against other sides. We've controlled it. It hasn't been in that Ten Hag when it's both teams, they run, we attack. It hasn't been basketball. We have not been playing that. We're just rubbish. We keep the ball around the back. We progress.
I get it.
And we're shit in the final third. That's how we've been.
That's true. That's true.
All of a sudden, what we're trying to do is, I don't know, maybe this is the new coolest thing to say. I get those two guys, Masraoui and Thingy is dead. But when I ask the people for, well, who next? You're telling me Garnacho and Anthony. Garnacho, everyone wanted sold and said he's dead and he's not even LJ level. All of a sudden, he's the hero to save us. And Anthony, everyone knows.
Sorry, I have to comment. I have to jump on this Garnacho. Sorry, can I just jump in? This Garnacho narrative about playing him as a wing back, right? We already seen him struggle to play as a number 10. We didn't even like him really as a winger when we were playing the 4-2-3-1. We were complaining about him as a winger, saying he shouldn't start games. And then you're going to drop him in probably the most vital position in this formation as a left wing back. Don't look at Ahmad and think Garnacho's the same. Ahmad is a better player. Some people struggle to get that realization. He's not just a better player. He's more physical. And what I mean by physical, I'm not talking about strength. I'm talking about he's running and he's tackling and he's pressing. And he's a smarter player. So you can move him back there. We were all shocked how good he played when he first played there. But it wasn't that much of a shock because of the player he is. Garnacho is not going to give you the same output.
So
Garnacho is going to end up looking like Delo.
Let me ask you a question. Who is more likely to take on his player, Dalot or Garnacho?
It makes no difference. They're both shit at it.
You can't. No. Come on. That's what I'm trying to say.
Again, KD, remember, last season, the beginning of the season, majority of this fan base was moaning about how bad Garnacho was at taking people on one-on-one. Where did this narrative change again?
I can't lie, I'm surprised that the streets are calling for Garnacho. That's because I back Garnacho.
Hey, I back him. He's a youngster.
No, that's not been. And this is what I'm saying. I've seen Garnacho get rinsed everywhere, and people are saying sell him as soon as possible. The excitement in selling Garnacho. Now you're telling me the one thing that you knew the manager needed, everyone wanted to sell him. So you didn't think he needed him that much
because they are crazy doesn't mean that I'm crazy, KG. Because those people are crazy doesn't mean I'm crazy. I'm not.
I hate you. I'll leave you. I'll move you to the side. There's a lot of people in this, even when we do the shows and stuff, they've spoken about Garnacho in a way that's saying, get this guy out as soon as possible, accept any money for him. But what I'm hearing from the community is, some people said they'll take even less. Now
they are crazy people. They are crazy. That's the point.
Now, Garnacho's the answer.
Garnacho, hold on. Garnacho is a young player that played way too much game way too soon, was freaking exhausted all of last season. The boy is tired. So you need to find a way to manage him because he made some mistakes. He's still young. And I'm still going to keep saying it. All of them people talking when they were 20-year-old, what were they doing with their life?
Okay. Now, JJ, you've made a fantastic point. He's young. He's played too many games. He's tired. You're going to play him wing back in this team.
Bro,
you know how much running he's going to have to do? Realistically, you know how much running he has to do? This is why I said it's a vital position. It's a vital position on this team.
But that doesn't mean you cannot manage him, though.
Okay, cool. So, all right, no problem. So you start him, he gets tired. Who do we take him off for to have the same effect?
Hey, you could bring your freaking Dalot to finish the game at that point.
Dalot.
Wow, he's crap anyway.
But he's been playing there. We can't say that he hasn't played there. To come and finish the game, he can go.
To do what, though? If we need a goal.
At that point, hopefully, and KG, and I understand we are trying to make the best out of a shitty situation, which is the honest truth. All right? Because what I'm saying is, if you have a wing back needs space, they get the space to take on players. So maybe we're lucky. Maybe the creativity improves on that point. If we have a couple of goals, then you can bring Mr. Dalot in at that point, and you just know that.
JJ, hold on, let's work together. Who's scoring a couple of goals in the game? Us though. we what I'm saying as the Man United fan base, yeah, we're just talking. And this is why I'm saying I'm good. I'm happy that we're doing this because
we are flogged.
I wanted to, let's just make sure as a collective, yeah, that we're all on the same page. Because I'm happy to be told, guess what? This is what the manager's doing wrong and he needs to stop it. I basically said my own is I don't think you should continue with Onana because you have somebody else. I think you could change. I think Ahmad has to play at the wing back. And that's all I think he's done. That's all I can really see and say, those are the mistakes he's made.
I do agree with Charles when he said there needs to be a bit of continuity with the team. Like maybe the same team needs to start about at least 3 games and just give that group, whatever group it is, the chance to get used to it and play and all the rest. Because I do think chopping and changing and rotation, he can stop that now. Everything else you've just said, everything else you've just said, KG, completely agree.
Wouldn't he get in? Because you have to chop and change because we're playing twice a week. A lot of football.
Yeah, but KG, other teams manage to do it. Man City's team barely changes, but Man City's first team barely changes.
I'm with you.
Arsenal barely changes.
Man City and these teams and stuff, they've been able to run the players out. We actually not having under Ten Hag, a lot of the team were injured. We've got almost a clean bill of health because he's rotating.
But for Ruben's sake, there needs to be a set 11 after January.
Okay. Maybe it's a catch-22 situation, but I just think that's the only thing that bothers me a little bit, especially when we look at up front. Don't get me wrong. I understand his frustration. I think Højlund is shit. I think Xerxes is shit, but you have to give them a run a game.
I'm going to change out the team in a second. Kenny, I'm going to keep you in here for a second because you haven't spoken this much in this thing. So let me ask the question then, because when the manager keeps playing the same players, he's going to get accused of favourites FC. So it's like
make subs even still make subs, well-timed subs, so the minutes still get managed. That's not really a complicated thing. Like sometimes you may play 70 minutes, whatever. You can still do that, but a set 11.
One last question though, KG.
Yeah, I'm in the position. Like, listen, when I know it's not the same. I know it's not the same level, KG. I know it's not the same level, right? But when I was managing a team, I want my set 11.
Yeah.
But hold on, KG,
you Premier League, and I know he said Premier League.
But for real, KG, you are. He set himself up for that, man. He set himself up. He really did. He did. But I got a question for you, KG. And I think this is what people were trying to say. Coming into last game, in the striker position, who were you expecting to start? Based on our recent form, who were you expecting?
What, in that last game?
In last game, yeah.
I would have said Xerxes.
And that's what we're trying to say.
I would have said... No, but I would have said Xerxes, but then that's a really bad situation. Maybe the managers looked at Xerxes and Rasmus and said, I can't take this no more. And that is a sign of that. He said, I can't look at this no more. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say that may be fair, yeah, but it's got to be careful because doing that could ruin morale as well for the players. Even though people don't rate them, I get it.
Look after the morale of the players. Now we're trying to look after morale.
No, I'm being real. I'm being real.
I hear you. Wrap up. I'm gonna bring it. I need to change up the team because there's a lot more people waiting in the chat right now. I'm gonna bring in Holkin, Giseldo. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, bro. I didn't like the example. That's why I just had enough of it, bro.
Sorry, I manage semi-pro teams, innit? But it's okay. It's okay. You listen to every other tactical in here, innit? You listen to all of them.
He's salty about the team, dude.
No. You know it is, yeah. Because even you have to understand, even playing for a Premier League ball and then playing for Man United. It's difficult.
It's two different things, man.
Bro, someone like a Sanchez is gonna do well. at Chelsea, but Man United is different, bro. It's just different energy,
And
bro.
you know what? That's why I've called in, yeah, because
Yes,
I'm sick of not Abs in particular, because he actually knows what he's talking about. But
yes.
we've got some idiots. Let's be real. Talking like they know stuff, like they're geniuses, like they've done coaching badges, like they've managed for 20 years, like they're tactical geniuses. He should do this. He does this. 2-3 weeks later, they complain. He should do that. He does that. 2-3 weeks later, no, go back to this. Shut up, everybody. Support the. Let's just. He's just got there. I'm fed up. He just landed, and now everybody that was sucking his whatever when he came in, oh, he's so smart. They didn't even know who watches Portuguese ball to even back him like that. But everybody wanted to. Okay, 2 months later, he's now dumb. We should be doing this. Play Ahmad here, but then there's no one else to play. Shut up, boo. I'm fed up.
Right,
I'm
listen.
fed up.
I can hear it in the voice, brother. You're done with it.
I'm fed up. Let him do his job now. We know we have no money. We know how bad the money is. They couldn't do a madness in January. We know how rubbish these players are, but all of a sudden Anthony is going to do it. Anthony! Anthony! Oh,
You see, brother, to support you, some people that were here earlier on were saying, no, he made the mistake to pick the job. You see, he did a good thing because then
the
he
same
can.
ones that were saying he's the come. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
He did a thing by making him come now. They're saying,
Yeah.
oh, everyone shut up, man. Shut up.
Yeah,
Just
no, you know
support
what?
the team.
Do you know what's crazy? Do you know what's crazy? He shouldn't have come now.
He should have turned it down and waited till summer.
No, you can't say that because Poch wanted this job. If you can talk about anybody that really wanted this job, yeah, it's Pochettino. Because Poch never struck where the iron was hot, yeah. He's wanted. There's no twerked. No one twerked more for the Man United job and never got it.
He missed his moment, and now still at the job center. Come on, man.
No, he's in the. I swear he's at the USA right now. But then again, he had to take.
Say rubbish, man. Come on. No, but seriously, I'm fed up. Everyone's super smart. Everyone's.
I'm gonna let him rest. Hope he's had enough. I'm gonna bring someone. He wasn't gonna let anyone talk. Josh or Brian, who wants to take the floor? What's the strategy?
For me, about the swing back situation, as long as Dogu's in here, and as long as Dango's not playing left wing, I'm happy with that. Right? He's useless at left. Don't want him there. A couple other wee things too. Like for me, right? If you're talking about wing backs, right? I think they have to be the fittest players in the pitch because not only did they have to run forward, they had to go backwards.
Yeah.
Right. So that's an upgrade, right? If Garnacho plays wing back, I think he's fit, but I don't think he has the mentality to run backwards. You have to have that mentality. If you're playing wing back, and maybe this is why he's not playing them wing back, because Garnacho will go forward, but going backwards is not his natural game. So I think this is right now why he's playing defenders wing backs, because they will go backwards. They will try to get back and defend. And until he gets the right players in those positions, we're stuck where we are right now. Unfortunately.
Right. Josh, what are you saying?
So, first things first, what's up? Okay, so why isn't anyone talking about Dorgu though? Why is everyone talking about Garnacho in the left 10 or as him as a wing back? I thought we signed Dorgu.
I mentioned Dorgu.
He's mentioned. Well, finally, he's getting mentioned, but because he's so new, I think let's not set Dorgu up, because if we see the game tomorrow, is it tomorrow? What day is it today? It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, we see the game tomorrow, and we're starting Delo starting and Dorgu's on the bench. Please, everyone, don't crash out. I know, we're waiting for change and stuff, but we can't, we have to relax ourselves. We can't just lose our heads because it's not. He has to bed him in, and we can't make it really difficult for this guy to start and then have this mad expectation. There you go. If he struggles, we'll turn on him too, straight up. Anyway, go on, Josh.
So he's the one player we shouldn't be turning on, Dorgu. First of all, he's an Amorim signing. So you have to back the player. You can't crash out on him. Number one. Number
Yeah.
two, this is the season we're supposed to be using these players to bed in. So you can put him in for all I care, because the whole point is Amorim is using this season as preseason. He wants to see where his players stand. So why the fuck did he sign Dorgu if you're not going to play him? You want to play wingbacks because your system is in jeopardy. You want to play players. You want to play the type of players that fit your system so that you can get points. With 29 points, standing 13th. So what are we doing here? Like, the whole thing that needs to happen right now is, if Amorim is using the season as preseason, just play the player you sign, and let's see where it goes. Nobody needs to crash out on Dorgo.
There you go. Just so now, VB, what are you telling me? What's the manager doing wrong? Like, what have you not liked? Where's his? Because I'm not trying to just blanketly just back everything he's doing. I'm trying to hear the other side.
There's criticism in it. There's always going to be criticism, but for me, what he's done wrong is in the small games. We talked about this before, and I said this before. In the small games, just put Ahmad at right wing back. In the games at OT where we have to be the ones to play Ahmad at right wing back, and hopefully after he's bedded in the future, you put Dorgu left wing back as well. It will give us more attacking options. And then in the bigger games, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, the low and Mazraoui thing, it's worked. So you go with that. I don't mind that. But in these smaller games where we need to play, you put them two others at the wing-back positions.
And when you say them two others, you're talking about the player that I swear you don't even rate Garnacho. You say play him.
Garnacho, no. What the fuck?
Who's playing the wing-back?
In the small games that we have to win, Ahmad and Dorgu at wing back. In the bigger games, put Mazraoui and Delo there, because I know we're going to have to be more defensive.
Yeah, but I think what we have to understand, guys, is there's this thing of we have to give this manager time to really understand. He's still learning the team. That's the truth. Like, and I know some people say, KG, man, you're just giving in too much leeway. You're just trying to let how low do you want it to go? But I'm like,
you have to criticize him.
I'm
there
ready
is criticism. For me, if he just gets the wing backs right, dependent on the game, then I have no issue. It's the wing back selection game to game that is starting to annoy me.
And listen, we're getting.
Is it possible to elaborate a little bit more? What's really annoying the wing back selection? You mean like him not picking defenders when we're playing teams that are like more superior to us at the moment, such as Man Cities and Liverpool? Or what do you mean? What's frustrating you? Can you just please clarify a little bit?
The bigger games, as I said, I have no problem with the selection in the bigger games because I understand those games. But when we're playing the teams around us that we have to beat, Crystal Palace, Southampton, he did do it. But these teams around us and below us, West Ham, whenever we play them, play more attacking wing backs. Play more attack. Because it's on us to play. When people don't realize this, when we're playing at OT, we get beat all the time because that's when it's on us to play. There's more pressure on us.
No, not Chipmunks, bro. Man.
Oh my God.
Man, we're trying to get man's demonetized. The Chipmunks on YouTube. Oh, you need to hear background music.
Nah, I weren't even listening.
Yeah. I heard Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, fam.
Oh.
Go on. But you made it clear.
My bad, KG. That was my youth was watching. I just started to close the door. My bad.
Man said Coco Melon settings roll. Hold on one. Let Giseldo's here. I think Joe is gonna. Yeah, bring Joe in. Actually, you need to be in this chat. Actually, Giseldo. All right, listen. It will move all over the place. We'll go for another 15, and we'll just end it there because I got to be back for the hate along. All right, listen. I'm basically saying that while there's stuff to judge the manager on, I don't think there's a lot he could do. I don't think there's a lot of changes he can make. And listening to everyone else's takes, I still kind of feel that way. I understand the wing back thing. No one's really upset about the goalkeeper thing. So I think that's just a
Bro,
meeting.
see the goalkeeper, yeah? Brother, let me tell you something. See
I didn't
him,
want to
yeah?
go there, but
He
yeah.
is one of the worst keepers I've ever seen play in this league. I don't care.
No,
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, yeah?
How's
And
they
man's not saying,
carriers?
well, man's not saying bring the hair back. Not that. But I'm going to use him an example. When we had him, everyone was talking about this ball playing thing. Say nothing. Even though we don't play out from the back anyway, we bring in the ball player. We're trying to play out from the back. We can't do that. Everyone's cussing him out. Why? Because he couldn't save. When we had
Here
a
does
man that could save, we had one of the best shot stopper. He made mistakes, of course he did. But when it was time to save us, he did time and time again. We got rid of that for free to spend 50 million on a man that couldn't save shit.
Thank you.
does anybody remember Cleary?
But for me, when I saw the reaction to Onana's first season, that let me know what people value more in a goalkeeper. Everyone keeps talking about ball playing, ball playing. Well, we have one. Why are you all cussing him out? Because he can't save anything.
Listen, I don't know what Giselle though. Talk to me.
KG, what go on?
I'm blessed, man. A lot of different takes here. Where are you with things, man? Are you still backing? Are you still like supporting Amorim? Do you think he's not done anything wrong? Like, where you at?
A couple of things we got to look into. First of all, Crystal Palace, 11 to Man United 11. What we saying?
What, those players?
Yeah, man for man. What we saying?
Matate's better than strikers. Where we getting?
I think they're fitter than us. I think man for man, right? I think Aston Villa are fitter than us, man for man. I think they got more athleticism than us, man for man.
Crystal Palace.
No, Crystal Palace.
Or Crystal Palace, yes, yeah.
I think Ugarte is better than the Hughes kid in it.
Eze. What about Eze?
That's another thing.
I'll take Eze.
Quite not play.
It's
not.
Lerma versus their wing. Our wing backs are rubbish. I'll take their wing backs over our ones. I'll take their wing backs better than our ones. They got the Colombian.
I agree with that.
I'll take their wing backs. Who else?
Henderson's
Henderson's
system.
Henderson's
I'll
better
take
than
their striker.
Same system, right?
They say yes.
They play the same system. Yeah. And we're struggling to figure whether we have a better 11 than Palace, and we're thinking about the manager.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? They understand the system as well. That's the
for a bit now,
you know.
Yeah, just like what I've just done.
Yeah, Crystal Palace players understand the system. They've been playing that for a year or so.
Yes,
you know,
but listen,
I gotta go, KG.
Whether they've been playing it for a year or 2 years.
No. Hold on. When the manager came in, fam, they adapted to that situation straight away. They played us when Oliver Glasner came in and they beat us right away. So why
Say
did
that
it take
again, Joe?
Liverpool as well?
Say that again, Joe?
They beat Liverpool as well.
Oliver Glasner came in and they beat us right away.
Amen.
So what does that mean?
So what I'm saying to you is, adapting to a system must be a part of the thing. You're saying that the players haven't adapted to the system, yeah? Why can't the manager also adapt to the players within his system? I'm going to be a big advocate right now, for the manager needs to change something. I'm going to say this right now. The manager needs to change something as well as the players need to adapt. That's what I'm saying to you. It's a two-way street, bro. It's not a one-way street that we're going down.
What is that thing?
Joe, can I reply to that? What you've just said there is the complete opposite of what the Crystal Palace manager did. He came in, he didn't know his team, he didn't know who they were. He changed it straight away to 3-4-3. Then he's had time over time. We're all talking now. I know Crystal Palace beat us, but it took them 9 games to win the first game this season. Palace fans, I have one on my show, I've been moaning about the results, but been okay with the gameplay for a long time. Even last season, they were struggling as well.
Are you even happy with the gameplay, though, Abs? Are you even happy with the gameplay?
They got there in the end. But my thing is, they got there in the end, and they're still not really got far because they're still in the bottom 10. It's not like they're in top 10, which is a shock for them. they're still in the bottom 10. They were still having a fight
And
this
what you're
season.
saying,
But that's a manager that's
I
been
get
there
that.
for a season and a half.
We're not trying to beat them. We're not trying to beat them.
I know we're not trying to
Everyone's
beat them, but
to
the
you,
key
fam.
is to give the manager time to work the
Give the
kinks
manager
in his
time to do
team.
what? What you just said. Okay,
But
what you
but
just
but
said.
Joe isn't.
Hold on. Wait. No, I'm replying to Abs first. Hold on. For what you just said, Abs, yeah? You're telling me give the manager time to make us 10th. Is that what you're saying? If something is not working, bro, I want to see adaptation now. Why am
But
I
it
waiting
wasn't
for
okay.
knockouts,
But
man? I want to
realistically
see
speaking,
adaptation now.
yeah. But here's this: realistically speaking, under Crystal Palace manager, it wasn't working straight away either. They gave him time. He's now looking good, and everyone's talking about his system's better than us, right? They gave him time. They gave him a pre-season to work on his team, and to make it worse, they're selling their best players every season, but they
Can I
still
say
gave him time to work on it. If you don't give Amorim time or any manager time, then what are we doing? Even Ten Hag, we gave him the first season, he was getting used to the players, he played counter-attacking. The second season, all the way up until about March is when you started hearing me,
Now, if you're
Yo-Yo,
going to
Uncle,
mention,
started talking and say, no, he has to change something now. Because we still
if
gave
you're
him
going to
time.
mention Ten Hag, then I'm
But
going to say
just
that
to let me just add something
you're
before we.
One second, let me read this super. Kaiser Franz says, "Hey, breaking news: Marta Rosenborg wins the classic master at the cross country world championships." In I don't have to say that. Second race, second win, a future legend in the making. KG, say something. Say something. Shout out Marta, innit? Listen.
What does this have
thank
to
you,
do with
Kaiser.
football?
Thank you,
I don't
Kaiser.
know, but he's paid for it, though, innit?
Nah,
Kaiser,
brother, we're
can we
talking
discuss
about ball
important
right
news?
now.
KG, at this point, we might as well sack him because we know what's coming. Next season, I'm still backing him. Also, gameplay. Are we playing
Bro,
FIFA? Big up to the records
I'm
delegate.
gonna say, bro,
Okay,
let
can
me
I
tell you
say
this,
this? Can
yeah,
I say this as well, right?
Joe, come
No,
back.
just no. Like, just let me just before
he
we
will
lose
end
track
up
with Joe's
getting
point, I
sacked.
just wanted to add something to what Joe said. Joe, you're crying for the manager to change something. Just not so long ago, before you came on, we were talking about the manager should be a bit more consistent with the selection. So he's been working on changing things. He's been changing up the team almost every week. That's what we're complaining. He's doing that. It's the players that are failing to adopt and have a lower mentality than other
Hold on.
players. You
Yeah,
know,
but picking
you
Okay,
can't
in
you
Kobe,
can't
one
say you can't say
okay,
you can't
I have
sit
to
there. Can
reply
I
to one
just
at a
finish my
time.
point?
Yeah,
Let
you
me finish
first.
my
You
point.
first, please.
Yeah.
You first.
So we can't sit here and try and pin it on the manager as though he's not doing his best to change up the squad and change up the mentality of this team. He's doing it. We're seeing players going. We see Rashford leave. We've seen Kobe play 10. The second game is playing 9. All these are changes. He's trying to prove to show you that I'm trying to fix something, but it takes time for these players to buy into it. You understand? You
Joe,
know.
Okay.
these players
Hold on.
that
Who's
can I
this
saying
say,
that?
can I
Hold on.
say,
Hold on. Who's that? Who's that saying Joe?
Jazeldo.
All right. Just give me a second to respond to that, and then you're next. Yeah. Let me just say this. Yeah. One thing you have to say about what you just said there, Kenny, is that I agree with the first half of that. He is trying some things, yeah. But just like you guys came on here and said about the consistency in certain positions, listen, if something's working, keep it working. Do you understand what I mean? But where things are not working, change it up. I have a great belief in this manager. Yeah, every manager that comes here, I technically back them for a while. You want to know the funny thing is the only manager I never backed properly was probably Oli. Yeah, but most of the managers that have come in, I've backed them fully. This manager, I have no qualms with him. It's just that I feel like with what he's got, I'm thinking he can do a little better than what he's producing right now. That's my honest opinion.
I agree.
Now,
Can I
agree
ask
with you
you?
guys. I agree with you guys.
whoa, hold on. Giselle, though, is the next person to talk because I did
He's gonna
interrupt
love the question I'm about
Giselle.
to ask, Giselda, but you could go because all I wanted to ask is, what changes do you want to see?
I can answer that, but
Giselle,
Zelda,
no,
you
I
go
will
first.
answer that.
Yeah, Joe, we have a lot of bang average players. Lot of bang
Fair enough.
average players. So whether the manager is Pep Guardiola or Mikel Arteta, we need better players. We need to make a few changes system wise,
Swear down.
probably, but we have a lot of bang average players. Bang average.
You know what?
If
Yeah.
you
Do you know what?
if
Okay.
you
Let me ask
what
you a
one second,
question.
1 second,
Let
hold
me
on,
ask you a
hold on,
question. No, no.
hold on.
We're bang
Yeah,
average,
hold on.
yeah. Hold on. We've got bang average players. So every player that you think is bang average, yeah. I think there's a couple that I could probably name, probably on like 8 fingers, but the rest of them can play, fam. And there's a lot of bang average players out there in the league. We're playing against a lot of bang average players. Do you think that every team that we played and lost to, that they've got better players than us? Do you think that our players are shit than certain players that we played against this season and lost to? Is that what you think? Because when you
No,
say
but
bang average, there's hold on. When you say bang average, yeah, bro, there's a set of average players in every team, yeah, and then it's lit up with whoever is exceptional, yeah, and a manager should be able to make that work. But when Fergie was here, bro, yeah, did you think
I
every player
agree.
was
I
a
agree.
superstar?
I
Did you think,
agree
hold on,
that
did you think every
I
player was
agree
a
that the
superstar when
manager.
Fergie
I
was here?
agree with you, and that the manager should make some of these players better, 100%. But also, if you're struggling to figure out if you rather Crystal Palace players than United players, we're Crystal Palace level.
Okay. Can I? I just need to ask again. I just need to ask again. What changes do you want to see, and where was this energy when Ten Hag wasn't changing in the second season? Because it was me and you were always arguing from February, March, April onwards. I need to know where this energy is come from.
Who is that? Who's outside? Mute your mic. Listen, bro, I said this many times in Ten Hag's second season that it was getting hard to defend the playing of Marcus Rashford. Didn't I say this? Every single time I came on, I didn't like the selection of Marcus Rashford. Right now, I'm still saying I like Amorim, you know, but I feel like everybody, for some reason, is getting off the bandwagon of he could change something. Why can't he make this team work? Look, I'm not saying that he needs to pander. There's a difference to pandering to the players, yeah, and adapting your system. Your system, not adapting to them. Adapt your system to get the best out of these stinking shit players. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say to you. I agree that the players are crap. I agree that I was the one that was flying the flag saying players before manager. Players before manager. Get the players out before the fucking manager. And now we're back here again, and the same shit's happening. I back the manager in the fact that he's been saying, you know what, yeah? Get some of these trash players out. There is no need for a lot of these players to be here, right? Because they're just taking up bench space and taking up money.
Okay, so sorry, I'm going to ask the question again. I'm going to ask the question again, and I need it to be broken down to either you want the formation to be changed, you want him to not use certain players, or whatever else you can think of, because I need it to be clear as day. Even the people in the comments want it as clear as day. What changes do you want to be made?
Clear as day. I don't want the man to adapt his system. I don't want him to change his formation, not at all. Formation is what he came here with, yeah? I would like to see him maybe adapt.
Can I answer
what
this?
Can I say? The players with... let me finish and then you can, innit, yeah? Adapt the players within the system, yeah? To try and get the best out of them. That's what I'm hoping for. Because what I've seen is he has tried a lot of things, and the players that he keeps changing around are the same players. It's not like he's trying... the only thing that was new was Kobe in striker. The only thing that was new was Kobe in striker.
So what would you like to see? Yeah, what would you like to see?
If we could, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the players that we was looking, I would like to see Garnacho in left wing back, not in the 10. Yeah, I would like to see Garnacho left wing back. Yeah, I would like to see
Bandy and goes.
Experiment. Pardon?
Bandy and goes as well, right?
Yeah, I would like to experiment Bandy and go for at least 3 matches on the trot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Try certain things like maybe having 2 central defensive midfielders rather than someone like Bruno and what's his name?
Let me get this right. Everyone is dying on this hill because they really want to see Garnacho in the left wing back. That's why I'm
No. I wanted to answer this question.
Hey, this is why I'm asking questions, KG. I'm confused.
Someone asked me. I'm giving examples.
But that's what he wants to see.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you. But then guess what's happened? Maybe this is the new thing for the Man United community, because we go in phases, innit? The new one is we need, and this is the same you that everyone has felt a way about that we should have sold. The same you when the window opened, everyone said, "Get that money right now, get that money." He's not even worth. I'll take 40. I'll take 30. And guess what? Now all of a sudden, he's the savior to the left-hand side.
He's not the savior.
Why? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that, bro? Who said that?
Let me know when I can
Don't
go.
put words in people's mouth. No,
Can
put
I
words in
go? Can
people's
I go?
mouth, fam.
That's the adaptation.
Yes, you know what, Josh
Can I
Inda,
go?
you've been waiting. Go. Go on,
Habitual
Josh.
gaslighter,
So first
KG.
thing.
Yeah, I can't lie. You saying that savior
Go on,
crap,
Josh.
that is dumb.
So first
What
things
is
first.
Josh. Hold on,
Yeah,
Josh has been
that's like
waiting to
saying
talk. Let
Bruno's
Josh
our
talk.
savior.
So the thing is, first of all, Amorim can be criticized. You wanting the formation and structure to change is possible, but the philosophy can remain the same. Let's get this straight. People who want change in Amorim system is possible. The philosophy can remain, but the structure can change. Amorim plays two different types of systems, just by the way, right? The philosophy remains the same, but if
Can you
Amorim
tell me
wants,
what systems he plays, please?
yes, I can. Sometimes it's a 3-4-3. Sometimes it's a 3-5-2. It depending.
It's never a
Depend.
3-5-2, by the way.
That's
Hold on.
never.
Hold on.
Let's
Hold on.
just
Hold on.
let me just. I'm not.
Hold on.
Let him
Sorry.
finish.
I've
Hold
actually
on.
listened to
I'll tell you
people speak
after.
bullshit today, and I'm actually now
Yeah,
getting
hold
triggered.
on.
It's
He has to
never a
slow down.
3-5.
Yeah,
It's
he
never,
has to
it's
slow
never a
down.
3-5-2.
what
So
we're gonna
stop
do?
that.
Stupid.
Bro,
We
let
did
him
it with
speak.
wrap up. We did it with wrap up. If someone's just chatting shit, we have to correct
Brother,
him.
Let him
it's
talk.
now getting to the
Hold
point. I'm
on. How
getting
is it quick?
frustrated now
Hold on.
because
Hold on.
I'm
Hold on.
hearing
Hold
people
on.
chat shit now.
Hold on.
It's
Hold on.
never
Hold on.
been a
Hold on.
free.
Hold on. Hold on.
Never been a
Hold on.
3-5-2.
No,
Let's just moving that.
Abs. You gotta get muted. No, Abs. You have to let him talk first.
Either
Yeah,
you
go on,
stop
go on. Don't worry
speaking,
about apps. Focus,
mute
focus, focus.
yourself. Yeah,
Go on.
anyway. So the thing is, what I was trying to say was, even if it's not a 3-5-2, it's a 3-4-2-1 as well. It depends on the teams we're facing. This is what is dependent on Amram, right? So it's how he sees it's how he sees the teams we're playing. If he wants an additional midfielder in between, it's when he wants to play possession. When he wants to go all out attacking, that's when he plays the left end as a more offensive player. That's where Garnacho comes in. Garnacho cannot be playing a left wing back, in my opinion. It cannot. So let's just say for once, who are we playing next? We're playing Leicester, right? If we're playing Leicester, and if it's a low block, and if Amorim thinks he wants to play a more um, controlled possession based system, then we cannot be. Then it obviously it depends on him in it. Number one, but if we want to see the same philosophy, but if we want to make any changes into that, we can. He doesn't need to play Delo. He can play a left wing back, and he can play. What's this guy saying? Yeah, so I don't want him to play Kobe as a false nine. Anyway, so I wasn't with it. I was against it, right? So first things first, we shouldn't be playing Delo as left wing back. Number one, if you want to see change in the structure but keep the philosophy the same, we don't need Delo as left wing back. Just bench him already. Play Dorgu there and play Mazarawi there in your back systems, right? And then if you want to have control and if you want to be more offensive, you put Garnacho in your left end, right? And then you have Bruno and Ugarte in your midfield so that you can control the ball. Now the problem is in
Controlling
Abraham's
the
system,
ball
right?
with those three players
Control,
you just mentioned.
but the issue is even if Palace was shit, they've made sure that they cut through our midfield. This is a weakness in our system. That's all I'm saying. So there are different ways to see this
All right,
conversation.
listen.
Okay.
We you know what? Abs gone. You
Do you know what? No, sorry, right? It just made me laugh saying the system of philosophy. But why did we hire him? Was it not for this?
Freaky
Didn't he
says,
say in the first interview he's not changing his formation? So all this chick chat we're doing,
everyone
people
was
saying I
sucking
want
him off
change,
He
it
said
then.
don't
he's
make
not
sense to me.
changing. He said he's
Yeah,
not
but,
changing anything, but he can. But
I
Amram's
never
already
said to
done
change
it.
his formation.
First of all, by the way, Abs, do you not agree that Amram has tweaked his system? By the way, do you not agree?
He has tweaked his system quite a few times already.
Then what the fuck? Then what the fuck
Little
am I trying to
changes
say?
though.
That's what I'm saying.
Little
That's exactly
changes.
what I'm saying. So if
But it's still
Amram
the
is
same,
doing it,
it's still the same
if
formation.
Amram is doing it,
It's
what are
still
you
the
talking
same
about?
formation and it's
If
still the same
Amram is doing it,
philosophy.
then what are
What
you
are we
talking
talking
about?
about here? Little change.
You come on here and you waffle.
let me see the thing. Let me see the thing, bro. I didn't want to get the. I know the handbags are flying and they was okay. They're crashing. They're gonna crash the whip. They're gonna crash the whip, and I gotta be back here later for another show. I got the I'm gonna read these supers by the way, but this is what's happening between these two in a few seconds. They were seconds away. I couldn't let them crash the whip, man. Oh, the scholars were scholaring still. Shout out all the scholars inside, man. Tomorrow, listen, if you don't like foolishness, don't pull up tomorrow. That's what I'll say. Tomorrow, we're going to take a break away from football scholars, yeah? And we're going to do a what if? Like, you know, like, imagine we could fix this and we had this much to spend. What would you do? Yeah? That's what we're going to just have some fun as well, because it's not everyday sadness, bro. Some days smiles, like, some days not beef. I know there'll probably be beef when we start making the changes and that, but that's what we did tomorrow. I'm just letting you know, people that pull up and say, oh, but we ain't even got that money, man. Why you look? Bro, just, oh, and the Procast draft as well. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so just prepare yourselves. Oh man, why are you talking about money that we ain't got? Oh, this is the problem with fans like UKG. Shut up. Fuck on. Amorim said, because we got the game later, so why not have some fun? Amorim said in his first presser he will not change. I know people want him to change. It's mad. How many of our players played in the Champions League? Something needs to change, but I love the system. We don't have a striker that can play up top alone, so play 2 9s and both of us. Wait, what? So play 2 9s and both our strikers will shine. So you're telling me do what we did in the last game when the 2 players were on the pitch and they couldn't find each other? I don't want to do that again, but hey, whatever the manager wants to do. We have Champions League players. We shouldn't be 13th. Okay. Personally, I want Onana. This is a Liverpool fan, by the way. Personally, I want Onana to stay as the goalkeeper as a long-term solution. I like Amorim to fold his philosophy and play 4-4-2 counter-attacking ball. I would like Amorim to keep these players. They're world class. If you lot understand what's going on in that. The inverting philosophy, forward pressing, back system of midfield overload and triangular pyramid. Scholars. He's taking the piss there, by the way. Here you go. When is the Classical draft? That's tomorrow. I'm gonna get some picks because I've won 2, so I should definitely have I should get 2 first-round picks. 2. Yeah. All right. I think I should have more than 2 first-round picks. We need to sort this out. But I should have a couple. I've won, yeah, definitely. Anyway, I hate along. Hold on. How greedy! India's rebuilding United like they rebuilt the defender. Oh, yeah, that defender is mad. It's nonsense. Anyway, you lot, I'm God. Big up. We're gonna leave like this. Arsenal fans in the house. Shout out to you.
Arsenal Jabo, Arsenal Jabo, Arsenal Lule. Arsenal Jabo, Arsenal Jabo, Arsenal Lule. Jabo, 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 Lule, Lule, Lule. Jabo, 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 Lule, Lule, Lule. Arsenal Jabo, Monty Jabo, Arsenal Jabo, Monty Jabo, Arsenal Lule. Lule, Lule. Arsenal Jabo, Arsenal Jabo, Arsenal Lule. Wọ́n máa lulẹ̀ lọ ní sẹ́wọ̀n. Arsenal Jabo, wọ́n ti jábọ́. Arsenal Jabo, wọ́n máa jábọ́ lọ́nà. Arsenal Lule. Wọ́n ti tó kiri. Arsenal Jabo, Arsenal Jabo.